I've been stating this over and over and over again. Again, guys, we are on short video time because of the lack of hitting the like button. We need to get 1,000 likes, but we're on short video time. There's a longer video that'll be streaming into the short stream, probably about 7-ish, but we're on short video time, and I'm gonna make this quick. Blood was all over. Victims of Nigerian church abduction describes escape. This consistent attack on the faith of Christianity all over the world is an attack on the faith via AI, which is what we'll be getting into in this long live stream. There's an attack on the faith via in America, where they're invading churches. There's an attack on the faith in Nigeria, where they're literally abducted and killing people. This attack on the Christian faith is what is going to provoke what I call the Christian jihad. And it's not going to be Christians running around blowing up buildings. It's not going to be Christians running around assassinating people. It's going to be you going to walk into a Christian environment with violence on your mind, and you're going to get violence. It's not going to be offensive. It's going to be very defensive. You're going to come into the environment seeking problems, and then you're going to meet people who say, I want problems. I don't want peace. I want problems. You're going to find people who want problems. I don't know if you can feel it. I don't know if your spiritual senses is there, but you can feel it. And then you go to people like Bishop Wooden. He's explaining it to you. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. And I'm just going to say, I told you so. I'm just going to say, I told you so. I'm just going to say, I told you so. You see, Bishop Wooden is going to go ahead and say it. Now, when Bishop Wooden speaks for a whole slew of churches in the black community, and I just want you to listen to what he's been saying about this leftists and these protesters with that foolishness. I'm trying to tell y'all, we reached the point where they done push Christians into a corner where it's about to get rowdy, touty. I've been saying, maybe it was an earlier video, this morning's video was talking about the polishing the silver shield, and you're going to realize it's a war shield. Everybody think they know war shields. And I get it, because everybody been told you're going to turn the other cheek. No, we getting into a territory where it's going to be some furniture moving. It's going to be some furniture moving. Because you're coming up in people's churches with that foolishness. Now, I said earlier, they ain't going to do that in the South. They ain't going to do that. No, they know where they can go do that foolishness at. They know where they could do it at. And I'm not calling for no violence. Because people are like, oh, you calling for violence. I'm just saying that when the Christian jihad started, which has already started, you saw it start when Donald Trump, with him bombed them Nigerians came back and did some more foolishness. And he should bomb their monkey behinds again.
Don Lemon, don't come here. You roll up in this church doing stuff like that, and it's going to be the Royal Rumble. And the funny thing is, I'm not joking. We have worked hard. We built the church in the name of the Lord. We dedicated it to the Lord. It's built for worship. Our blood, sweat, tears, and finances are in this place. And some people who have never darkened the door of the church and never contributed one dime to it, gonna roll up in here and disturb our service and scare our children and shout obscenities in the church. That will not stand in this church. Freedom of speech doesn't extend to going into someone else's house of worship. And you know what? Them people know that. That's why you never see them going into a mosque, because they know the Muslims ain't having that. I'm not a Muslim, but we ain't having that. And the Bible teaches that we serve a God who teaches our hands to war and our fingers to fight. That's Bible. And these are the times in which we live. No respect for the house of God. All we want our sisters to do is just get out the way. He gets ready to throw a punch, don't grab his arm. Let the Lord have his way, and they'll know not to ever do that again. Say amen.
And therein lies the problem. And I'm just going to explain it to you like this, ladies and gentlemen. You see, when you're dealing with people who ain't never had their butt whooped, them people ain't never had their butt whooped. Matter of fact, hold on. You see, you're dealing with people like this. See, this internet, they used to get on this internet and running their mouth, popping off at the mouth. And what happens is they pop off at the mouth, they get other people to get to talking crazy, and then they get people into a group, and the group get all energized, and the group won't go attack people. But it's not smart, because they just on the internet incriminating themselves. I remember there was these people on the internet. They talking about all this stuff. They're gonna do me. We're gonna do you this. We're gonna do it. And I ain't saying nothing. Mainly because the Lord said don't say nothing. But also I know better than to incriminate myself on the internet. I ain't gonna say nothing. If it's gonna be something, it's gonna be something. But I ain't gonna be sitting here using words to incriminate myself. This is how you know, at the end of the day, these people ain't never been in nothing. And they think everybody be playing games like they play games because they just gonna pop off at the mouth, say reckless stuff. And then when the moment comes, they ain't ready for that violence that's gonna come. And I'm telling you, they're gonna go in the wrong church, it's gonna be violent. And we already saw multiple attacks on churches. There was one church they went to and the guy drove the truck in, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody hit the guy with a truck, or they shot the guy that drove in the church with the truck. Been a couple of church burnings. All of them been in the north. Majority of them been in the north.
Put lead in ISIS's head. Put lead in ISIS's head. Just let's get to this part of the whole storyline.
And it's crazy
because it's been brewing.
Playing in the background to hype them up.
The midterms are a way off, and even if we impeach and remove this motherfucker, he's still got an administration underneath him that's just loving this, including Stephen Miller is the worst of them all. He's the worst of them all. He is short. He is sniveling. He is a cunt. He deserves some things in his head too. You know, we read about American history in books thinking, yes, they have the whole thing about history repeats itself, but we never really think it's going to happen. Let's be honest with ourselves. We never really think it's going to happen. We live our lives on screens now, and we're just so disconnected and trying to chase a paycheck just to afford our bills. And we need to employ the Second Amendment in a very, very realistic way and not just talk about it. I don't want to hear the "don't tread on me." I don't want to hear the "well, it's not me yet." You are repeating the same exact narrative from World War II, from the Nazis. You are repeating the same fucking exact thing that happened back then. It's not me. It's not me. Oh shit, it's my neighborhood. It's me now. The same thing. So Minnesota, I want you to start taking them down. I need to see it from the cops. Okay? I need to see it from the National Guard. I need to see it from the people that are on the protest lines. I need to see it happening, because gathering and work stoppages and stuff is great, but it's not going to be the bookend that needs to happen. It's not going to, because let's face it, our government is just not doing anything. What are we going to have, another Cory Booker? You know, he's going to get on and say how upset he is with the government. Who the fuck cares about our government anymore? I think that.
I'm telling you, this is a generation of people who never had their behind whooped. I mean, they really never had hands laid on them. Never had hands laid on them. And it's indicative because the people who went into that church got released. You see, they never had hands laid on them. And the whole system protects them. Like I did a video when I said, hey, if you came in my church like this, Jesus had a whip, I will whip you with a belt. And I got yellow flagged on the video. The video did a lot of views. It was trending, then they yellow flagged it. Because there's a whole system that protects this liberal mind state, because you're dealing with people who never had their behind whooped. And there's an old saying that it's better for you to discipline your child in the home than to let them become an adult and let the world discipline them. You got a kid with a bad temper, it's better to teach that kid, hey man, you can get your temper under control, because you can run into somebody out there in them streets that they're not obligated to be bothered with your damn temperature. I'm mad. Nobody give a damn that you mad. They're going to lay hands on you. And we got a whole generation of people like this. They ain't paid no consequences for nothing. None whatsoever. And the media is complicit in its foolishness. I mean, it really is complicit in its foolishness, because they give voice to these crazy people. Listen to this.
I understand that, but they take people to Fort Snelling here, which literally was built as a concentration camp, and Alligator Alcatraz, which I think we can all agree is a concentration camp. Not saying they're Dachau, I'm not saying they're putting people in ovens yet, but these are concentration camps.
Okay. I
don't need to argue with you about that.
Yeah.
and alligator.
So what makes you think you should give this pink hat wearing? I'm not going to go any further and make any more accusations against him, but you can look at him and tell what his preference is. Even give him a voice on your CNN station. And if Minnesota businesses want to have an economic blackout for illegal aliens, let them have an economic blackout. Who you hurting? I mean, literally, who you hurting? Your customers? Your state revenue? You ain't hurting me. Have your blackout. But what should not happen is they should be rounding people up who are illegal aliens. If you're here legally, you should get rounded up. If you're around here committing the fraud like they talking about, you should just be rounded up. And it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But again, do you think that man right there with that pink hat on ever had his parents punish him for anything? I mean, just keep it real. That is a timeout kid that grew up. Never had no punishment. That's a timeout kid. That's what we're dealing with. A generation of damn timeout children, man. Dealing with timeout children. Timeout children. And that's it.